Phoenix Children's Life Zone, Child Life Zone, is a therapeutic space where kids can be kids. It's a procedure-free area that gives patients and families the opportunity to enjoy time together in a fun and comfortable environment. To tell us more, we welcome Jessica Bryson, Child Life Supervisor at Phoenix Children's. Welcome to Arizona Horizon. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
You got some other friends here. We'll look at those here in a second here. The Child Life Zone, this is on the Thomas Road campus?
Yes. Correct.
Give me a better definition of what's going on here.
Well, it's a state-of-the-art play space that we have where kids can just be kids. We call it the happiest space in the hospital. And there's everything you can want there. Foosball, pool, video games. We have a space where we can do cooking classes. We can do crafts. We have our own studio, so we're doing closed-circuit television throughout the hospital. Just anything you can want. It's a great place for special guests and visitors. Anytime we have a celebrity, a sports team, that's where we bring them.
Yeah. Okay, so a therapeutic space. You said it's state-of-the-art. What makes it state-of-the-art?
We just have amazing technology in there. Anything new and upcoming we have. We have the VR systems, the really cool studio. The studio is amazing. It's this. Anything you could want to do in there. We can host all these shows out of there. We can put on concerts in that space. It's just really amazing.
So that part of the create aspect, I know that playing and learning and creating are three of the big things going on. Let's start with playing. I mean, arcade games, air hockey, pinball, pool, I mean, gaming's virtual reality.
Yeah.
You got it all there, huh?
Yeah. Well, play is how children learn. So just because they're in the hospital doesn't mean that we don't want them to be kids. So this is a space where they can go and be kids, even though they're going through really hard things. Right. And we're helping them through that. We're helping explain those things to them. We even have things in the zone that can teach them that. We have different, we have a big screen that shows a patient on it, and we can push it and show what an x-ray is, what an IV is, like all these different things in that space. So they can come in and learn about their diagnoses, and then they can just be kids, which is what we want them to do while they're in the hospital.
I love the idea of sports lockers with pro apparel and equipment.
Yeah, it's signed by the guests that come in.
Learning. And you mentioned learning not only about x-rays, but learning about their own medical procedures? Do you go that? So you do that?
Yeah, so we can teach them about procedures in there. We teach with toys, we teach with real medical supplies, and we can do crafts in there with medical supplies so that you can get familiar with them. So it's not just something that's being done to you. We can actually show you the supplies, you can touch them, you can feel them, and then when we do have to use them on the patients, they're less scary because you're familiar with those items.
I would think so. And as far as learning, you mentioned kitchen and cooking. I mean, cooking classes go on here?
We've had dietitians come in and do cooking classes that with the patients there, but then also they're sending that out on the television screen. So not everyone can come necessarily. They might be stuck in their room for different reasons, but they can watch it on the TV. You can play bingo from your room. You can do all these different activities, and we'll bring you the prizes to your room if you win.
Very cool. There's a light bright wall. Now that sounds state of the art.
It's really cool. You can turn the knobs and they change all different colors, and I've seen people write their names in the lights, and it's just really fun.
Yeah. Now the broadcast studio and the music and recording studios, those are separate?
So there is a music studio that our music therapists use. They'll bring kids in there and teach them, or kids can go in and explore on their own. There's a drum set, there's a piano, there's all different sorts of instruments in there, and they're free to play with them and have a good time.
Can you go in as a kid on your own, or did you kind of go in as a group?
You can go in on your own to that room. I think they do some therapeutic sessions in there, but then you're also able to just go in and explore and feel the different instruments and touch them, and no one's worried about you breaking anything.
Yeah. So who can use the zone? What are the requirements? Like six and older?
Yes, so 6 and older are allowed in the zone. But we do have special events in there. When we have special events, we let all ages of kids come from the hospital. So it's open to everyone at some point.
Does there have to be a nurse approval or a doctor approval?
Yeah.
The kid's ready for something like this?
Correct. And if we're having any events, we need to know, do they have any dietary restrictions? Can they come down? A volunteer usually will walk them down just so they can find the space.
And I would imagine connecting with others would be a big part of the recovery process.
It's really fun when you look in there and you see patients playing with other patients. And so they're like, oh, they're in the same boat as I am, but we can come here and have fun.
I noticed the funding was from Garth Brooks Teammates for Kids.
Yes.
What's that? What is that?
Yeah, that's an organization that is funded by Garth Brooks. And so he's come to the zone before. He's come out and done visits there. it's just a great space for kids.
And we've talked about a great space for kids. Let's talk about families, how important
Yes.
it is for families.
Yeah, so it's a nice space that patients can come with their families. Their siblings can come in, their parents can come in, and they can all do things as a family.
Yeah. All right. So this is, do you have to make an appointment, a reservation?
Nope, we have hours. We're open every day. And so we have the set hours that patients can come in.
And these little things here on the table, these are just little things that you
Yeah,
can...
just some different ways that we teach our patients to make things less scary. We may use a stuffed animal and have their IV in to show them what it
Yeah,
is.
that's great.
Show them the anesthesia mask so they can actually feel it, know what the equipment feels like, or a little MRI
I was going to say it's a little MRI,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, so they
Well,
can play with that and know what to expect.
This is fantastic. Jessica Bryson, again, Phoenix Children's, congratulations on this. This sounds like a wonderful project.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.